welcome to NKTelco Sports. We are here at New Knoxville High School. The Minster Wildcats take on the New Knoxville Rangers. Tonight's game are brought to you by these sponsors: Minster Bank, Pharmacies, Keyhole Pizza, New Knoxville Supply, Minster Dental Care, West Staff, Hometown Opportunities, Lamb's Insurance Agency, 21st Century Kitchens, American Trim, PSG Automotive Outfitters, Seiss Friedemann Incorporated, Carriage Work, Wilson Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Francis Furniture, Grand Lake Health, Moran's Refrigeration, NKT Productions, and First National Bank. Sponsors bringing you this contest from the barn in New Knoxville as the Rangers take on the Minster Wildcats in MAC action. Jeff, the Minster Wildcats 10-6 on the season, 3-3 in the MAC. We're having a really great year and then ran into a really tough stretch of the schedule, lost 4 or 5, but they rebounded the win against Jackson Center.
They've had some very tough competition those past 5 games and have come up on a short end. A great start, as you mentioned. They've also now, in those losses, had some injuries, some guys not playing, which has not helped their cause, but they got a win last week, a Jackson Center team that plays really good defense usually, and they were able to get a win and at least stop that losing streak against some very good competition.
It's the first time in 10 years that Minster has defeated Jackson Center, so a big win for the Wildcats. For the Rangers, 6-11 on the season, 1-4 in the MAC. And the Rangers on a 2-game winning streak after a 6-game losing streak, so they're turning it around, having a trio of seniors having good years.
They have. It was nice to see the 2-game winning streak after losing a bunch in a row, coming back and getting some wins against teams that, are beatable, and they took advantage of it. They went on the road and got Spencerville and also at Botkin's. Spencerville has been a good team year in, year out, got them at their place, and then a big win here on Tuesday night against Botkin's. Kind of an ugly game, but a Botkin's team that's young, but New Knoxville able to find enough plays and pull away at the end and beat a Botkin's team for their second win in a row of the season.
An ugly win, Jeff, is always better than a pretty loss, that's for sure.
Good
so
call.
Minster, New Knoxville, we'll be right back with the starting lineups when we return here on NKTelco Sports.
At Minster Bank, we understand that life can get hectic. That's why when it comes to your banking, we offer the services that make your life simpler, with tools like person-to-person payments, Pop Money, mobile and online banking, and bill pay. But most of all, Minster Bank is a supportive member of your community, with personal relationships and customer service that reach outside of our branches. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Minster Dental Care continues to offer advanced dental technology in a state-of-the-art facility. Our professional team offers experience in general dentistry and orthodontics, including services such as CEREC and wireline orthodontics. Board-certified pediatric dentist Dr. Philip Slankowski ensures our littlest patients have a positive, safe, and a comfortable experience. We are unconditionally committed to excellence in everything we do.
We knew that we could use Hometown Opportunity as an avenue to reach out to people, not just in this community, but across the state.
Hometown Opportunity was my saving grace, honestly.
We viewed it as a great resource for us to get the word out about our company.
I saw all the commercials, billboards, and I thought, just give it a shot, why not? And they offered me a photography job on the spot, which was thrilling because I've been searching for months.
The Hometown Opportunity website definitely makes that connection.
Welcome back to the little city at the barn in New Knoxville. Getting ready for starting lineups. First for the visiting Minster Wildcats. Number 2, leading scorer Isaac Schmeezing, a 5'9" senior, averages just over 12. Oh, check that. They switched the orders at me. 22, Jared Hilsman, number 22. Now Jack Hyperink, number 20, 6'3" junior. The center position, number 10, Cody Frericks, 6'6" junior. Mike Kettner, number 12, a 6-foot junior, averaging 10 a game. And now Isaac Schmeezing, 5'9" senior, rounds out the lineup for the Wildcats under head coach Michael McClurg in his second year. So again for the Wildcats, Schmeezing, Kettner, Frericks, Hyperink, and Hilsman. Now for the home team, the New Knoxville Rangers. Nathan Timmerman had a fine season, averaging just under 16 points a game, 6'1" senior. Another senior, Ben Lammers, averaging over 10 points a game, 6' senior. Sammy Ansball, 6'3" freshman. Another senior, Jonah Loggeman, a 5'11" senior, averages 7 points a game. Another senior, Jack Bartholomew, 5'8" senior, rounds out the lineup for the Rangers under coach Josh Lisi in his third year. So again, for the Rangers, 4 seniors, Bartholomew, Lammers, Loggeman, Tinnerman, and a freshman, Sammy Ansball. Jeff, when you look at the starting lineups, obviously there's a big hole, and I mean literally big hole for the Wildcats as their center, Jared Schultz, he's missing again.
6'9" junior, averaging just under 12 points and 7 rebounds. This will be his third game now. He's been out of the lineup. Took an injury last week, midweek, and missed the Marion local game, and then the win against Jackson Center. So they'll be now their third game without one of their leading scorers and rebounders. And that's a big hole to fill when you're trying to beat good teams, and they've had their trouble without him. They did get a good win against the Jackson Center team that little under their par per normal, but like you said, there are no ugly wins, and a win's a win, and that's the name of the game.
Wildcats with the ball first in their black uniforms with orange trim against a man-to-man defense by the Rangers. They dump it down to Frericks, back 3 by Heitbrink. Off the rim, Loggeman with the rebound. Jonah leading the break. Lammers with the tray. Schmeezing takes it the other way.
Well, Minster took about 40 seconds on the play clock. New Knoxville took about 6.
Heitbrink again. Too strong. Loggeman with the rebound. Rangers 6-11. Wildcats 10-6. And that will go out of bounds. I want to mention the JV game won by Minster 62-39. Minster had 13 threes. Sophomore Ethan Lemkol had 7 of them. He hit his first 4. He had 5 of his first 6. So
nice
it was raining
for
threes.
him. Keep that up. We'll be playing this
You'll
level.
be seeing, the second game. Again, 7 3-pointers by Ethan Lemkol. There's a 3-point attempt by Schmeezing. It goes off of Lammers, so it will stay with the Wildcats. This is the 141st meeting between these two schools. Minster leads the all-time series 81-59. Minster won last year by 5, but New Knoxville's won 4 of the last 5 and 11 of the last 15, so they've dominated it of late. Shot by Schmeezing off the rim. Lammers with the outlet pass to Loggeman. No score here. We're a minute and a half into it.
Minster's already taken 3 3-point shots attempts, Dave. Not made any, but trying to score from the outside. And Knoxville responds with a triple from Sam Ansball.
And there's almost a steal by Loggeman as he's out of bounds. So the freshman, the first one to hit a 3 here in the varsity game.
His first made 3-point shot on the season, 0 for 1 coming in, and felt it there, and a nice look, and hits his first made 3-point shot of the season for Sam Ansball. Comes in averaging just under 3 points a game.
Inbound to Schmeezing. And the Wildcats coming off a win over Jackson Center on Saturday night. Drive by Kettner. Rebound Timmerman. Loggeman will run the point mostly. Timmerman with the 3, too strong. Rebound by Frericks. Wildcats looking for their first basket. And we will have a
Stepped on the out-of-bounds line on the baseline.
so turnover gives it to the Rangers.
Each team now with the turnover.
Rangers had a 6-game losing streak, but then they won at Spencerville on Saturday and beat Botkins on Tuesday. Right now they're facing a 1-2-2 press by Minster, but it's been pretty effective for them this year, but no trouble that time for the Rangers. Bartholomew on the wing. Wildcats in man-to-man defense. Mostly their primary defense. They'll play zone from time to time. Down to Timmerman. Timmerman in, rolls off. Ball goes out of bounds at the stay of the Wildcats.
Timmerman does a nice job. You saw him down there keeping his pivot foot, and he gets about 3 extra moves, if you will, with the free foot. And a lot of times he can get around a guy and then lunge in and get the ball to drop. That time it doesn't go down, but very creative and does a nice job not traveling, but getting some extra spins on the pivot.
Hyperink with the tray. Minster finally hits a basket.
Yeah, now 1 of 4 from the three-point range, and maybe I haven't seen him play a lot. A little surprised. Maybe they haven't tried to work it inside. Knoxville not a very tall vertical team, but
Tinnerman gives it up. Bartholomew. Rebound, Ansball. Works around Lammers with the tray and in. 33rd tray of the season for Ben Lammers.
Sam Ansball kept that possession alive. The offensive rebound. Lammers hits the triple. 6 points for the Rangers, all on three-point shots.
Stolen by Bartholomew. 2-on-1. Lammers gives it to Loggeman. He'll do a tray. That's way short. Wildcats the other way. Lobbing it ahead to Frericks. Tinnerman tried to take it away. They will call a foul on Nathan.
Thought maybe a break there. I thought maybe Frericks traveled before he got it, but a little bit of contact. They call Tinnerman with his first foul for the Rangers, and that, for that standpoint, Dave, the first foul of the game halfway through the first quarter.
Substitutions for Knoxville: Andrew Poppy, number 32, number 4, Jarrett Osborne. For the Wildcats, 14, Adam Kanapke, and number 5, Alex Lemkol.
Boy, Frericks looked open on the out-of-bounds play. I didn't see if there was a defender between him and the ball, but number 10, Frericks was open. Rangers fortunate maybe that not to get Frericks the ball in the paint. Turnover the third of the quarter for the Wildcats.
Minster's scoring has gone way down. The first 12 games, they averaged 59 points a game. The last 4, they've only averaged 41. So, of course, part of that has to do with better teams. Part of that, you know, they were shooting very hot for a while, and another part, having out your big guy in the middle.
A lot of factors there, and usually if you don't shoot well or score well, that's why you lose 4 out of 5 games.
Rangers with a 6-3 lead. About halfway through this first quarter.
Held it there a little too long, almost a double dribble on Tinnerman, not called.
Working around the perimeter. Lammers kick it to Poppy. Back to Tinnerman. Logman baseline, runs out of real estate.
Good defense by the Wildcats. Knoxville now they're able to get any good looks, any creases.
Rangers did a nice job of not trying to force it, but Logman will go to the hoop. Rebound Kettner. Trying to push the tempo. Have to pull it back and reset. Schmeezing over to Kanapke. Corner to Lemkol. Kettner to try a tray. Hit it. Mike Kettner with a triple to tie up the game at 6-6. They're able to set up in their full court pressure.
Kettner knocks us down his 25th made three-point shot of the season.
Tipped away, Kanapke with a basketball. To the hoop and rolls off. Schmeezing with a follow and in.
Nice move by Kanapke, good follow-up by Schmeezing. He's able to get second chance bucket.
And the Wildcats with their first lead, and there's a tip on the steal. So back-to-back turnovers by this press.
You said it was effective. They forced 2 turnovers here in the past 2 possessions.
Kanapke with a tray. Off the mark. Frericks with the rebound. Finds Schmeezing and in. 38th tray of the season by Schmeezing, and all of a sudden the Wildcats with a 5-point lead. We'll have a timeout on the floor on the Rangers. It's a 30-second timeout. We will keep it right here. I'd like to thank our sponsors for making this telecast possible. Minster Bank, Minster Dental Care, Hometown Opportunity, American Trim, PSG Automotive Outfitters, 21st Century Kitchens, Schwiedeman Pharmacies, Keyhole Pizza, West Staff, Lamb's Insurance Agency, Grand Lake Health, Rand's Refrigeration, Carriage Work, Francis Furniture, Wilson Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Cy Schwiedeman Incorporated, NKT Production, New Knoxville Supply Company. As always, our scoreboard sponsor, First National Bank, think first. And on that First National Bank scoreboard, the Wildcats up by 5.
Well, they've done so with some nice offensive rebounds. They've cashed the past 2 missed shots in for a 2-point shot and a 3-point basket, both by Isaac Smeezing. And after starting off the game 0 for 3 from 3-point range, they're now 3 of 7. So they've, or 3 of 6. So they've really 3 of 7, I'm sorry, but much better shooting from the outside, and the offensive rebounding has been big. And they've trailed 6 to 3 at one point, so they've outscored New Knoxville now 8 to 0. And they give it credit to that press you talked about, and good defense in the half court as well here.
There's a steal by Kanapke, gives it up to Kettner, in. So defense has created offense for the Cats.
Very well said, and that time the half court defense getting the job done, and been nice couple of minutes here of team play, if you will, on Minster on both sides of the ball.
Hands ball, try to go up strong.
That's Poppy.
Poppy. Tinnerman with the 3. Kanapke with the rebound. It's in the lineup number 34 for the Wildcats. Sophomore Ben Whipker getting some playing time on varsity. With Schultze out as Lemko's shot goes a little short.
Under 30 seconds ago, Dave, New Knoxville has not scored. They've hit 2 3-pointers has been their only offense of the quarter. They've already committed 4 turnovers. So they've struggled to get rhythm on offense.
Threes by Ansball and also Lammers.
And the triple, one of the 3-point shots came after an offensive rebound, so they were fortunate to keep that possession alive. I believe that was the one Ansball got the rebound, threw it out to Lammers. They got to get to work here with under 3 seconds.
Tinnerman step back 3. And that will end the quarter of play on the First National Bank scoreboard. Wildcats 13, Rangers 6. We'll be right back with quarter number 2.
American Trim's story started in 1951, and our long family legacy continues today. We are a third-generation family-owned business with locations in Sydney and Walpock, and we're hiring for manufacturing positions on first, second, and third shifts. Part-time and full-time positions are available for entry-level and skilled individuals. Please apply at www.amtrim.com or in person. American Trim is a proud sponsor of high school sports and our communities. Come be part of our story.
Automotive Outfitters, your truck accessory headquarters.
Welcome back. After a slow start, the Wildcats have taken a 7-point lead.
Yeah, they did. So they probably scored 10 points in the final 2.5, 3 minutes of the first quarter. They finished the quarter 5 of 13 from the field. That includes 3 of 7 from beyond the arc, and that's where much of those makes came in that last half of the first quarter. New Knoxville just 2 of 10 from the field. 2 early 3-pointers. They've been stuck on 6 for a long time. New Knoxville also commits 4 turnovers in the half, and a lot of them came in the second part of that first half off the Minster press and also a half-court defense. But really the press, Dave, I think really kind of turned it around, and some offensive rebounding for the Wildcats. They score 5 points on second chance opportunities late in that quarter to take what was a 3-point deficit and turn it into a 7-point lead.
Another turnover this time in the half court against the Rangers.
Their 5th of the game.
Hilsman on the wing.
Minster 3 turnovers in the first quarter.
Around the perimeter trying to post up Frericks.
Just 1 foul called in the game so far.
Kanapke open for the layup. Give the assist to Frericks.
Yes, nice pass by the 6'6" junior finding Kanapke. Good job for Kanapke going to the basket, kissing off the glass his first 2 points. He averages just over 4 a game. And the offensive dominance, if you will, for the Wildcats continues.
And there's a 5-second call on the Rangers.
At least a 12-0 run. I know it was 6-3 at one point.
Yeah, you're right.
And it's been 12-0 run now.
I'd say the Rangers have gone at least 5 or 6 minutes without scoring, I believe. So it was 3-0, 3-3, and then 6-3, and then 6-6, and one from there.
So Minster has a chance here to make things real difficult for the hometown team, a team that doesn't score a lot of points. Double-digit leads are tough to make up when you don't score consistently.
Rebound there by the Rangers. Tipped by Kettner. Bartholomew able to come up with it. Rangers need a basket here. Tinnerman scoreless so far. Lammers on the wing. Logman down to Ansball, passes it to Tinnerman and in.
Just what the Rangers need, their leading scorer, to finally get on the mark, get a bucket, and try to go to the foul line and get free ones. Get some offense rolling for the Rangers.
Tinnerman having a great season, among the league leaders in a lot of categories. He's 5th in the MAC at 15.7 points, just under 8 rebounds. That's 4th in the MAC. 50% field goals, and he's 73% on the free throws. So Tinnerman having a very fine senior season. Not able to complete the three-point play. Kick out of bounds. So we'll reset it for the Wildcats. So back to their starting lineup right now. Schmeezing and Kettner at guards. You have Hilsman on the wing. Kettner and Frericks on a long three by Kettner.
Deep one.
Heibring battles for the rebound. And it gets a steal. 3 by Schmeezing. There's another rebound by Frericks. Turnaround, rolls in.
Well, Frericks, he had an assist to Kanapke a couple possessions ago. Hits his first and only shot of the game.
Frericks leads the MAC and rebounded at just under 9 rebounds a game.
Averaging almost, over 7 points a game, 9 rebounds, just about a, almost a double-double. Those are pretty good numbers.
He's the biggest guy out there now with Schultze, who just joined us out again in concussion protocol, if you will.
This is his 3rd missed game.
And we'll miss tomorrow night. They play St. Mary's at home, so hopefully the big guy will be back next week for the Wildcats. And a steal. Kettner, Hilsman in.
Passing on the other end, just thrown on the wrong side of the Ranger defender, knocked away, and on the other end, the Wildcats convert, and their offense very good here again. 6 quick points here in the first couple minutes of the second quarter.
Bartholomew step back 3. Ball tipped around. We'll get Ansball with the over-the-back call.
First foul on Ansball, and again, very few fouls called in general. New Knoxville picks up their 2nd team foul. Minster with just 1.
19-8. Minster trying to build on their win on Saturday night against Jackson Center.
In Knoxville, of course, a 2-game winning streak. You like to, especially a home game, try to get the 3rd, as Minster will call a 30.
30-second timeout. Like to mention, NKTelco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of high school boys basketball on Channel 3 or in HD at Channel 503. If you missed the first one, that's at Friday, at the usual Friday at 11 o'clock. Second one is Saturday the 10th at 4 p.m. You can watch this game and any game all year long on demand. You check out the schedule on www.nktelco.net, and that schedule will get a little bit fuller. We've set our schedule for the girls tournament draw, and then on Sunday we'll have the boys tournament draw, and we'll set our schedule there, so there's a lot of games coming your way.
Yeah, and we've already seen the girls draw, at least this year. A lot of local teams, some of them are playing at Coldwater, which makes it nice with the new format they started a few years ago. Sometimes the local teams get spread out, and it's tough to cover them all. I think Coldwater is going to host, I think New Bremen, New Knoxville, and Minster are all maybe playing there at Coldwater.
Correct. And the boys draw is a shot up missed by Schmeezing. The 2 sites for that is Coldwater and Bath this year for the Division 4. Minster's hoping to get probably like a 3 or 4 seed. They'll actually know their seeding already tonight before the draw is Sunday.
Yeah, it's all in advance. Coaches can make decisions, and I think you almost put like a resume together for your team as big wins. Maybe a guy was hurt at the beginning of the year, now he's playing now. Maybe Minster says, look, we missed 2 guys, or Solchi's been missing 3 games, but he's going to be back, so, we might be better. One of those things, you try to sell your team to earn a high seed.
Shot missed by Lageman.
But that's all done in advance. Coaches then submit votes on who they think is the best, 1 through 12 or 13, however many in that bracket. There's two schools.
My understanding is you have till Wednesday to do your resume, so to speak. And then between Wednesday and I think today at 2 o'clock,
so this game won't count on it?
No, it's already decided.
Okay.
It's already decided. The coaches already know. I don't think it's public knowledge yet. And then the actual seeding will take place, I think, at 2 o'clock on Sunday across the state. So.
And then they go to the probably common site to put themselves on the board.
Number 1 picks whichever one they want to. Number 2 has to be in the opposite bracket. Or the opposite side
school.
Could be the other school.
Yep.
So you're probably looking at Marion, St. Henry, one of them 1, the other one 2, depending on things. And there's a drive by Lemkol. As Alex's foul going to the hoop.
Foul there. It was on Jared Osborne a few seconds ago. Andrew Poppy picked up a foul away from the ball. So 2 quick personal fouls on New Knoxville. And the first free throws of the night for the Wildcats.
Talk about 1 and 2 would be Marion and St. Henry, maybe not in that order. Minster's probably up there. Also, Upper Soda Valley has a pretty good record as well. Might get one of the top 4 seeds. There's 4 byes in that 12-team district, so if you get in the top 4, you can get a bye. So as Lemkol hits the foul shot.
2 good free throws for Alex Lemkol. Under a 60% free throw shooter on the season, but looked very nice there for his first 2 points.
13-point lead for the Wildcats. Lageman back to Poppy. Lageman with a 15-footer. Poppy with the rebound. Down low to Tinnerman, and
good fake by Nathan Tinnerman. New Knoxville.
Lemkol hard to the basket.
Foul goes against Jonah Lageman, trying to take the charge. Got there maybe a count late, and fortunately for Lemkol, he fell gracefully enough and didn't get injured.
Lemko's very aggressive when he comes in the game as far as driving. If you look at their offense, otherwise there's not a lot of, Kettner will drive, but otherwise there's not a lot of starters that drive, so he kind of gives them some more penetration to the hoop, if you will. And as you can see, it doesn't have a lot of fear on that.
No, he went right at it. And I mentioned he just hit 2 free throws his last trip down, and which is good. He's just, like I said, about 58% on the season. Misses his first one here.
3-sport athlete on the state football team, also the state baseball team last spring. Starter on both as he hits the second free throw.
Right at a season average of 3 points for the 5'11" senior. And yeah, some of these guys have a lot of hardware, if you will, from their high school careers, and he's got it multiple times. Some kids never even get a sniff it, and you should feel very fortunate and blessed that you have those opportunities.
Minster's been on a very good run between the spring, the baseball, and then cross country and football this fall. Poppy all alone draws the foul.
Yeah, breakdown on defense. We haven't seen Minster make many mistakes. Someone lost track of Poppy. Osborne got him the ball, and Poppy realized, I don't think he realized he was so wide open, and did a fake and actually drew the foul. We'll take another look at it here as he is wide open. And
it worked to his advantage to not know right away, because he drew the foul.
Yep.
Otherwise, he would have had a basket. Nobody got close to him. And he takes advantage of it with the 3-point play.
3 points for the 6'3" sophomore, who averages just under 4 points a game and also 5 rebounds.
Cuts the lead to 9. Schmeezing with the tray. Isaac Schmeezing with another triple.
His second made 3-point shot of the night. He's now 2 of 6 from beyond the arc, and also a 2-point basket. He has 8. His season average is just over 12.
Lageman trying to find a teammate, trying to drive. Kicks it back to Poppy. Just under 2 minutes to go, first half. Wildcats up by 12. Drive by Lageman.
Lemkol could have drawn the charge. He did. Well, Lemkol's either going over people or scoring layups, falling to the ground. That time he stands in the way of Loggeman, who runs him over for Loggeman's second personal foul.
Let's just say Lemkol doesn't shy away from contact. So good job there by the senior. He gives the ball back to the Wildcats. Kettner setting the offense off a couple screens. Not able to be open for the three. That was a set play. The reset. Hilsman. Lemko trying to post up underneath. Now Kettner. Hilsman's open for the tray. Long rebound. Osborne comes up with it. Lammers to the hoop, loses the handle. And they'll say it's off the Rangers. I think the referee, yeah, they confer, and it is off the Rangers to be Wildcat basketball.
Good hands by the Wildcat defenses. Lammers took like a Euro step to try to get through there and had the right idea, but a hand got in there and knocked it off of Lammers, and it went off of his leg and out of bounds. 9th Ranger turnover here in the first half.
Sneezing on the three is fouled.
Illegal
check
screen.
That. Illegal screen before the shot. So they were trying to set up the shot for Sneezing.
Lemkol, always in the middle of everything. Stands right there making sure he understood what the call was, and I didn't see it, but it's just the third team foul of the half for the Wildcats, and Lemkol has been created a charge, caused a charge, and created a block foul, if you will, against the Rangers. So that's a trifecta. Hitting for the cycle, maybe.
There you go. Lammers off on the tray. Rebound Frericks. Under a minute to go. Kettner with the tray. Poppy with the board.
Well, Minster's hoisted a number of three-pointers. I'll be anxious to see what their numbers are. And again, New Knoxville's not a big presence of interior defense, and
they shoot their Minster shoots a lot of threes.
More
so ever since Schultze's been out.
That's
they usually like to work it inside and kick it out.
Well, they've attempted almost 300. Nice move by Poppy.
Poppy off the glass. They average 6.4 three-pointers made a game.
And they've attempted 300. And
drive to the hoop, Kettner, contact, no call, and that will end the first half of basketball. Your score on the First National Bank scoreboard. Wildcats 25, Rangers 15. We'll total up our first half numbers. Come back with the stats here on NKTelco Sports.
At 21st Century Kitchens, we know that every home has a style to go with it. From first-time homebuyers, to families with the pitter-patter of little feet, to teenagers taking over the kitchen, 21st Century has what you want, customizing the style, layout, and price point to fit your budget. Kitchens by Craftmade and quality cabinets, countertops by Wilson Art and Cambria, along with availability of granite, marble, and wood.
See what's in store behind the yellow door for your 21st Century Kitchen.
Schwiedemann Pharmacies began serving the people of Auglaize County in 1916 when Urban Schwiedemann purchased the building and business from J.H. Hoffman. The New Bremen location is one of the longest-running pharmacies in the country, with over 110 years of serving its patrons. Since then, 4 more stores have been added: Coldwater, St. Mary's, Minster, and Wapakoneta to round out the group. Our services include prescription refills, home medical equipment, nursing home services, customized compounded medication, vaccinations, and so much more.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
As a business owner, do you find yourself reviewing too many applications, or are you the job seeker filling out dozens of applications in an attempt to find employment? West Staff has been bridging the gap between employers and employees since 1988. Jobs range from manufacturing and clerical to specialized fields such as quality control and engineering. West Staff has the ability to operate as your company's entire HR department or simply payroll employees on an attempt-to-hire basis. West Staff, your partner in business.
Welcome back at halftime. On our First National Bank scoreboard, the Minster Wildcats with a 10-point lead. With the first half numbers, Mr. Jeff Henson.
Thank you, Dave. And Minster offensively shot the ball pretty well in the first half. They finished the quarter, or the half, if you will, 9 of 22 from the field. New Knoxville, 6 of 18. Three-point shooting, Minster hit on 4 of 13 shots, while the Rangers hit their first 2 attempts, but have missed their next 7. They finished 2 of 9 in the half. Free throw shooting, Minster 3 of 4. New Knoxville 1 of 2. Not many free throw shots taken. Rebounding margin belongs actually tied at 13 apiece, although Minster turned some of those rebounds, offensive rebounds, into a total of 5 points. New Knoxville turned theirs into also 5 points, so both teams even on second chance points. Key difference, probably that turnover mark down there, Dave. New Knoxville was 7 more turnovers, 7 less possessions. They had a chance to score, and those turnovers resulted in Minster baskets, whether in transition or even after Minster had to come down in half court.
Yeah, it seemed like at late first quarter, Minster went to that 1-2-2 press and turned the difference. What's some of our individual scoring there, Jeff?
Leading scorers for the Minster Wildcats, Isaac Smeezing with 8, Alex Lemkol with 3, Mike Kettner with 5, 2 from Adam Kanapke, 3 from Jack Heitbrink, 2 from Jared Hilsman. And for New Knoxville, Ben Lammers with 3, Nathan Tinnerman with 4, Andrew Poppy with 5 for the Rangers. Also, I'm sorry, Sam Anspel also with 3.
Minster with the first possession here. Schmeezing will try 3. Rolls off, it'll go out of bounds. It will go to the Rangers. Rangers look like they have their starting lineup with 4 seniors, Bartholomew, Lammers, Loggeman, Tinnerman, and Sammy Ansball in for the Rangers. Wildcats with their same starters as well. Pressure, Knoxville able to escape through it, so set the offense with Loggeman.
Important here, this first few minutes, David, the third quarter, Knoxville struggled on offense. They've been down after an early 6-3 lead. They've been in double-digit deficits for most of the first half and need to get some offense going and maybe get a steal or something in transition for an easy opportunity to get a little bit of rhythm and confidence on their offensive unit to climb back into this contest.
Lammers tries to pass to Ansball, stolen away by Hilsman. 10th turnover of the night for the Rangers. Down to Frericks. Turnaround, in.
Frericks hasn't had many shot attempts. He's only taken 2 shots, made both of them, 4 points now. I forgot to mention Cody had 2 in the first half, now his 4th point.
Double team on Bartholomew, able to dribble through that, now through a double team. Lammers with the tray, too strong. Bartholomew, good hustle. Can't get the follow, but Lammers give the Rangers another chance.
Third chance.
Tinnerman working against Hilsman. It's been the matchup tonight. Spin move fake. Nice move by Tinnerman.
Well, New Knoxville capitalizes on those offensive rebounds and they score off of it. Pretty good possession.
Kettner working around the perimeter. Knoxville in the man-to-man. They play primarily here tonight.
I think the whole game.
The whole game, you're right. 3 by Heitbrink. Loggeman chases down the rebound. Chance for the Rangers to get into single digits here on the lead. Lammers now setting the offense. Again, Schmeezing. Bartholomew Ansball. Minster's played, I think other than one possession, they switched to zone. Otherwise, it's been man. Loggeman with the tray.
Much needed shot from Loggeman. He struggled from the field in the first half, 0 for 4. Good to see him get his first bucket, a 3-pointer. He averages just over 7 a game.
Frericks with the follow, and 1.
Well, Minster doesn't take long, Dave. They come right back with a drive by Kettner and then the follow-up rebound by the 6'6 junior. Not only the bucket, but a chance here at the free throw to match the 3 points that New Knoxville just got within seconds on the possession prior.
Frericks on the season averages 7.4. He's had 4 double-digit games. He's had probably at least that many double-digit rebound game. I know against Coldwater he had 16 rebounds all by himself. Not able to get the 3-point play.
Foul on Kanapke, I believe, number 14, his first foul.
He just entered the lineup along with Lemkol.
Actually, number 10, I guess, was the foul, if I read that right.
That would be Frericks.
He's the one that shot. No, it would have been. It was on Knapke.
Loggeman drive. Tinnerman, 16-footer. Kettner with the rebound. Long pass, didn't make it. Nice steal there by Osborne.
First turnover of the half, first turnover by the Wildcats since they committed 3 in the first quarter. So done very nice job taking care of the basketball.
Rangers with a little bit of momentum here early second half. See if they can capitalize on it here. Down to Tinnerman.
There's that step we talk about. He keeps a pivot foot. It's perfectly legal. He gets guys off the floor and creates an own shot and picks up a foul against Lemkol.
So strong on that move too. As you can see, he's built very strong, thick arms.
Not vertically.
Right.
He's 6'1", but usually playing against guys taller than that. Or the Lemkol at 5'11", but a lot of times when he's playing against other people's interior men, they're taller than him.
This is the first one as Andrew Poppy checks back in, as you see exactly what Jeff was talking about.
Yeah, I didn't see the footwork that he does so well, but he creates his own opportunities.
Third year on varsity for Tinnerman.
Tough to miss. Boy, misses both. Lemkol down on the ground again. He's got to be your Red Badge of Courage recipient tonight.
There you go.
He's drawn a charge, created a block foul and a layup, and been called for an illegal screen, so he's been on the ground quite a bit.
Lemkol open for the 16-footer and hits it.
5 points for Lemkol. Came into the game averaging 3, now with 5, and back to an 11-point lead.
Assist by Kettner. Halfway through this third quarter, it was a 9-point game. No, a 10-point game at halftime.
25-15.
Yep. Rangers had it to 7 on a Loggeman three-pointer. Minster responded pretty quickly on that. Tinnerman to Lammers, too strong off the glass. Knapke ahead, Lemkol will fake.
Bump.
They work it around. Kettner thought about it.
Looked like he had the opportunity to go to the basket. He kicked it out.
There's Lemkol drives to the hoop.
As he goes to the ground. 7 for Lemkol. Nice offensive output for the 5'11 senior.
His season high is 10 points, so there's an opportunity to break that here tonight at this pace. Right now he's guarding Bartholomew, or Osborne, I should say. Loggeman on the wing. Tries to drive to Lammers. Loggeman will try to drive again, gets double teamed. Have to reset. Senior, also a third-year varsity player.
Been very patient tonight. Not a lot of quick-hitting offense, and you can't quite move the ball that well, and you're trying to not really force things. Just everything's out of sync. Nothing's really been easy for the Ranger offense. And
Sammy Ansball back in the lineup, replacing Poppy. 2:38 to go, third quarter. This MAC contest between the Wildcats and the Rangers. 3 by Schmeezing. There's Frericks again. He's a rebounding machine. Long arms, 6'6", and he just has a nose for the ball.
Well, that's a lot of times what it takes is a sense and a quick, not necessarily a lot of vertical jumping ability, but just enough to get off the floor quicker than the enemy does and position yourself, and he's done a nice job here. 2 points in the first half, now 6 here in the third quarter, 8 in the game.
Schmeezing with the rebound. Pass way up to Kettner. Drives back to Schmeezing. Will go the hoop. Can't get it to fall. Tinnerman comes out of the pack. Now Nathan will set the offense.
Minster's outscored New Knoxville 10-5. Mentioned that 10-point lead at halftime, now 15.
Minster on a 1-game winning streak. Rangers on a 2-game winning streak. Lammers' tray goes over the top of the backboard. As we'll have several substitutions for the Wildcats. 22, Jared Hilsman. 20, Jack Hyperink and 34 Ben Whipker in the game for Coach McClurg. Wildcats last year were 13-10. So, and there's his first year, so at 10-6, an opportunity to best that mark.
And St. Mary's tomorrow night, not an easy opponent, but not a Versailles or some of those opponents that that the Minster Wildcats have played the past 4 or 5 games.
Kettner with the 3. Rebound Tinnerman. There's some very winnable games for Minster the rest of the way. I'm not saying all of them will be easy, but they'll probably be the favorites the rest of the way. You know, the favorites, you do it on paper, doesn't mean a whole lot, but gives you an indication. And for the Rangers, they have a bunch of home games left. This is the second of 5 straight home games they have. They got 4 MAC games left.
We play Delphi St. John's, a makeup game Monday night, and nothing on Saturday, so kind of a break for the Rangers. You know, the night off and Sunday to recover, and then prepare for Delphi St. John's on Monday. And then back here for Marion Local on Friday, and then the Crestview Knights on Saturday.
Monday's been a popular makeup night this year, it seems like. Seems like instead of Tuesdays, teams are doing Monday. I think Versailles is playing Marion on Monday. I don't know the reason or that, but it must work for scheduling. The referee kept that one in, and we'll have a reach-in foul against Whipker of Minster.
Minster picks up their 4th team foul of the half. They only had 3 team fouls in the game, or in the first half, so really no one in foul trouble for either team. A pretty clean game, if you will, as far as fouling goes, and everyone getting a chance to play their normal rotations. Anspaugh with a nice move, credit the assist from Lammers.
That's the lead to 13.
Anspaugh with 5. Came in averaging just over 2.5 points a game, so he's doubled that.
Down to 14 seconds. Looks like the Wildcats will go for the last shot. Point guard Kettner with the ball in his hands. He will drive to the hoop, in and out. Tinnerman with the rebound, almost stolen away. Battle, and that will end the 3rd quarter. On the First National Bank scoreboard, Minster 35, New Knoxville 22. We'll be back with quarter number 4 here on NKTelco Sports.
For over 27 years, the knowledgeable, reliable, and experienced staff at Lamb's Insurance Agency has been providing superior auto and home insurance to the people of West Central Ohio and Indiana. The team's understanding of the agricultural community and farming operations is second to none. We support the local communities because we are, well, local. If you are looking for excellent claim service, stop by or call today for your quote. Lamb's Insurance Agency, representing Ohio Mutual Insurance Group.
At Joint Township District Memorial Hospital, your comfort and care is our #1 priority. Our surgical nerve blocks are a great way to reduce pain and can be used for arm, shoulder, hip, knee, ankle, and foot surgeries. The nerve blocks decrease the stress of surgery on your body, requires less anesthesia and pain medications, and in many cases can offer relief for several days. Visit grandlakehealth.org for details on all of our services.
Points to their halftime lead to lead the Rangers now 35-22.
Well, they've done so, and they did so in the 3rd quarter. Good progress made by Cody Frerick. 6 points in that quarter, got some offensive rebounds. I think he put 2 of those missed shots back in for 4 of his 6 in that quarter. He now has 8. And the defense very good again, limiting the Rangers just to 5 points. So although Minster's scoring is going 13, 12, and 10 in quarters 1, 2, and 3, their defense has been good at allowing now the least points for the Rangers in the game with just 5 in that 3rd quarter. So they grow the lead. That's what you want to do coming out of halftime, is expand the margin, and they've done exactly that.
Rangers with the ball to start the 4th quarter. Osborne.
Nice move.
Can't get it to fall. Tinnerman will try the tray. Osborne in. Rangers have had some possessions where they've had like 3 chances like that.
They did so, I believe it was in the 3rd quarter. They had 3 tries, got to put back. Likewise here, an Osborne miss, a Tinnerman miss, and then an Osborne make.
Oh, the jump ball.
Stays with the Wildcats.
You guys see Kettner and Lemkol return for the Cats. As Lemkol will inbound it. sets up play to Kettner. Three's off the mark. Lamer skies for the rebound. Loggeman can't find the lane. Goes to Ansball. Lucky to come away with that. And Loggeman hits the three. And timeout Wildcats. So a big three cuts the lead to 8, a full timeout. You're watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
Moran Refrigeration in St. Mary's is celebrating 70 years in business. We are committed to offering you top name brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid, Samsung, Fisher & Paykel, and Speed Queen. Come in and experience the one-on-one personal service that you won't get from big box stores. Our delivery and installation specialist will assure you that your purchases arrive safely and are installed properly. Moran Refrigeration, exceeding your expectations.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
6:40 to go. Rangers making a bit of a move, just down by 8.
Well, they don't have a lot of time left. Again, a team that New Knoxville doesn't score in bunches, need to take care of every possession now and find ways to score, and got a couple good looks here to start the quarter, and they force a turnover. Osborne.
And ball on the floor again. Schmeezing will get it and call a quick timeout. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.
The big game is right around the corner. Are you ready for it? Come into Francis Furniture and find the right fit for you and your friends in our Lazy Boy Comfort Studio. With Lazy Boy Premier sofa and sectionals, you can custom order a look that's just your style. Choose from hundreds of decorator fabrics or choose genuine leather for its luxurious feel and durability. Come into Francis Furniture today, the area's only Lazy Boy Comfort Studio.
Quick timeout there by Minster as a turnover by New Knoxville, not able to cash in.
Yeah, Minster called timeout. New Knoxville cuts lead to 8, and New Knoxville's defense forces a turnover, but can't capitalize at the other end. And Minster, you know, one of those things, they created a turnover, didn't want to give the ball. If it had been a jump ball, New Knoxville would have gotten the ball, the possession. So maybe a smart play that you don't give New Knoxville a chance to score and give it to Lemkol, who's had a heck of a game. Takes it to the bucket, Dave, makes the basket and draws contact and a foul.
And falls to the floor, too.
And falls to the floor. So the floor is going to be clean where he is at. He's been on the ground a lot tonight.
And at the foul line as well. I think this is his 5th attempt. Is that right?
Yes.
And he is 3 of 5. Rebound, Frericks, and 1. So Frericks with another offensive rebound basket.
Boy, it's been the Lemkol and Frericks show here in the second half as they've resulted in all of the Wildcat points. They're the only 2 guys to score. And they've done so. Frericks, that's got to be his 3rd offensive step back for points. Yeah. Minster now has 6, and I think they've all been from Frericks, a second chance. And
not able to complete the 3-point play. And
probably come off with the offensive rebound here and go back for another possession, but it goes off of a Minster Wildcats, so team rebound for the Rangers. They find themselves down by 12.
6:09 to play in this ball game.
Offensive rebounds for the Wildcats have been big.
That's a 4-point possession there. It was an 8-point game, now 12. Loggeman turnaround, too strong. Frericks skies for the rebound and is fouled in the backcourt.
5th Ranger foul. So not yet free throw opportunities yet for the Wildcats. Andrew Poppy picks up his 2nd foul.
Frericks on the wing to Kanapke in the corner. Rangers trying to trap when they can. There's a long 3 by Kettner. Too strong. Good box out that time by Tinnerman on Frericks.
Well, the Wildcats, Dave, have now gone above their season average in three-point attempts. Now have shot their 19th three-pointer of the game. They average 18 three-pointers attempted. They make on average 6. They currently have made 4 tonight, so 4 of 19 from three-point range.
3 by Loggeman, rebounded by Frericks, and a steal by Loggeman. Tinnerman will be fouled.
New Knoxville, again, wants to climb back into this thing. Here's a chance to make some free throws, and every possession matters. This late in the game, and New Knoxville just 27 points. Now, you figure you got to make at least almost half of that up in the final 5 minutes. Doesn't take much. You can get on a roll, get some confidence, and get some free throws to drop. That all adds up.
As you mentioned, they're not a real quick scoring team. They only average 47 on the season per game. The Wildcats average 55, but Wildcats would be more of a quick strike offense, if you will.
Yes.
Tinnerman makes a pair.
Tinnerman now with 8. 10-point game, just over 5 minutes to go.
Kettner working through the offense, guarded by Osborne. To the hoop, has to kick it back out. Frericks is fouled.
So again, it's been all Lemkol and Frericks in the scoring column tonight. He's going to get another chance in the second half, that is, as Osborne picks up his second foul.
So let's see, I'm trying to read your chicken scratches. How many each has had here in the second half?
Lemkol has netted 6 points. He now has 9 on the game. Frericks good on the free throw. Lemkol has made now 9, 9 points for Frericks here in the second half. Only 2 in the first. So he is attempting to make his 12th.
So probably our leading candidates for player of the game from Minster. So we'll pick one for both teams at the end of this telecast, sponsored by NKTelco, as the players of the game receive a NKTelco t-shirt.
Big free throws by Frericks, and then puts it back up to 12. So again, the Rangers, who had scored some free throws themselves.
Drive by Tinnerman, and draws the foul. Hilsman
went right at Hilsman, and not saying it was a bad call, but Hilsman basically just standing there backing up with Tinnerman as Tinnerman went to the basket, and referee rewards Tinnerman with a 2-shot opportunity. Nathan hit his last 2 after missing his first 3 of the game. The Rangers leading score just under 6 points a game, right now at 8. And 2 big free throws here. Not only will put him into double figures with 10, Dave, but as you take a look at it here, I think we're going to see Tinnerman's kind of go at Hilsman and get the 2-shot opportunity. Kind of a flat shot, didn't get much more over 11 feet, Dave, but it did go in. So 3 in a row now for Tinnerman at the free throw line.
See number 3, Jack Bartholomew, back in the lineup. A little bit of a break there, I'm sure, like Tinnerman and I think Loggeman and Limers never come out of the game, so they get a little bit of breather here. We'll have a timeout. Right now, we'll keep it right here. I want to mention that special event coming up here at New Knoxville. I think on the 17th, they're going to honor the state 2008 team, the state championship team back in 2008. And we'll talk about that team. In my opinion, one of the best teams ever in this area.
Well, they definitely played some good basketball in the middle of that 3-season run that they did. The first season, 1 undefeated, lost in the regional finals. The following year, they back it up with an undefeated 27-0 campaign. And the following year, 1 undefeated regular season, lost in district finals. But sandwiched in there was that 27-0 state championship. They beat Worthington Christian
in the finals,
74-52. And one side note on that little game, one of the players on that team now, the lead singer of 21 Pilots, Tyler Joseph, and I like how in his biography it just says he led his team to the state final game. Didn't say he won it, but his career went to the musical side. He done pretty good, but for the Rangers, that was a heck of a run under Coach Hegemeyer.
Yeah, and so in that starting lineup, the player of the game, player of the year in the MAC that year, point guard Tony Meyer, and then he had a whole bunch of other great players.
Austin Arnett, Caleb Allen, Ryan Vanderhorst, Brad Peel. Austin Luck came off the bench, was a super 3-point shooter.
He had like 75 threes, if I remember right.
It was a bunch. Derek Dickey put some minutes in, and they got other guys played, but for the most part, Big 7 were right there. And You know, really good basketball, if you will, and for a school that doesn't have a lot of kids to pick from. Those guys meshed well together.
And who can forget Coach Hegemeyer, the head coach of that fine 2018. There's a little bit of pressure there, and it'll be a timeout this time by Minster. That'll be a full timeout. We'll step aside here on NKTelco Sports.
At Wilson Health, we're extending care beyond the walls of the hospital with resources designed to keep you in charge of your health.
Our independence and connection to the community are unique in a world where big healthcare strives to act like corporations.
Our tools may be the same, but we are different.
We're neighbors, friends, and family who truly care about the people who live here.
We call it caring without limits, and it's just the beginning of a whole new Wilson Health.
Kogi Plumbing and Heating is your Bryant Factory authorized dealer. We have brought the best of comfort, control, and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 60 years. We have been Reader's Choice winners for the last 4 years running and excel at providing our customers with efficient and reliable heating and air conditioning, as well as responsive service when a plumbing emergency arises. We insist that the products we install in our customers' homes and businesses offer the same performance and value that we expect ourselves. Call today for your next plumbing and heating or air conditioning needs. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Wildcats inbounded. They have a 10-point lead. 3 by Smeezing.
When he started shooting, I thought, boy, is that the shot you want after, you know, you kind of struggle, run some clock. And for Smeezing, he's now hit 3 3-pointers. Hasn't had maybe a great percentage, but now a big triple there. Following a kind of timeout where, you know, New Knoxville had built some momentum. You thought maybe they would just run some offense, and turns out to be a good shot by Smeezing.
Yeah, Smeezing shoots a very good percentage. Maybe not so much tonight, but 41% on the season, and that's the third in the MAC.
I didn't realize it was that good. He's 3 of 9 tonight, but you know when he shoots 41%, those are good. That's a high quality shot. He doesn't do that by accident. He probably you got good shooters. Even if you miss a few, you got to come back and keep stroking. It was a good shot. He's 3 of 9 from 3-point range tonight.
It gives him 40 3-pointers on the season. Smeezing have a very fine senior season, as well as Jonah Loggeman hits a pair of free throws.
Loggeman scoreless in the first half. Now 8 points in the second half.
Kanapke with the tray. There's Ferricks with another rebound. Kettner, Smeezing with the tray, in and out. Ferricks chases that one down as well. And he gets another one on the apparent steal. Pass underneath, Smeezing tries to, or Lemkol throws one up. Wow.
I was just going to say, let's give Frericks a player of the game. Now Lemkol gets creative, and he's had a nice game as well. And we'll have to hold our voting tablets. It's a little bit longer for the Wildcats selection.
Both of them having, not usually among the high scorers, but having a big nights tonight. Poppy, too strong. Lemkol battles for the rebound.
Lemkol's on the ground.
And he gets helped up by the referee. You don't see that a whole lot. As we have a jump ball, it will stay with the Rangers.
Rangers down by 13, just 3 minutes, 11 seconds left, Dave. Again, Minster's answered, I think, every Knoxville somewhat momentum, if you will. When they've scored, Minster's come down and scored with them. They've not really allowed New Knoxville to get inside it, other than 8 there for a while, but nothing else.
Down Ann's ball. Loggeman. Lammers with the tray. Rebound goes to Smeezing. 3 minutes to go, or under 3 minutes to go. I imagine the Wildcats will be pretty patient at this point, but we'll see. Smeezing to Kettner. Lob down to Frericks. Kanapke will drive, runs out of real estate. There's Frericks again. Smeezing to the hoop, and Smeezing finds the bottom of the net. Now the lead at 15.
13 points for Isaac Smeezing, just over his average of 12.4.
Loggeman rebounded Kettner, foul in the backcourt. That'll be the 16th foul.
Loggeman picks up his 3rd foul. As the battle of 12 is going at it right there. Loggeman number 12, Kettner number 12.
And now 6 fouls apiece. So the next foul we will, unless it's a player control foul, we'll have somebody in the line. Right now the Wildcats will put their best free throw shooter, actually the best percentage-wise free throw shooter in the MAC at right at 80%, Mike Kettner.
And Loggeman picks up his 4th foul. And, he's got to be careful. If the Rangers make a comeback, you like to have your point guard on the court. And he's really the only Ranger, I believe, in foul trouble. So wrong place, wrong time. And
Kettner hits the first one. For the
Kettner,
season.
Go ahead, Dave.
The season just under 10 points a game.
He's got now 6 at 5 in the first half, all in the first quarter. His first points now, the free throw right there that you just saw, his 6th point here for the game now, and 2 points in the fourth quarter, 7 for the game.
Minster, also very good free throw shooting team, 74% on the season. That's number 1 in the MAC as well. They've hit a lot of foul shots here tonight. 17-point lead. We're under 2 minutes. Rangers have battled. And there's a foul
on Lemkol.
Sam Ansball with a nice strong move.
Ansball opened up the offense for the Rangers tonight. It hit a 3-pointer, his first made 3-point shot of the season. Also a 2-point bucket in the third quarter. 2 shots.
This is the first.
72% free throw shooter on the season for Ansball. 13 of 18 coming in.
Maybe it's just the teams I've been doing, but boy, it seems like there's a lot of teams this year shooting pretty good foul
New Knoxville at 66%.
Yeah, there's a lot of teams in the upper 60s and low 70s, and you don't see that every year, but I think there's a lot of good shooters out there and a lot of teams. There's a lot of good teams in our area right now. Kanapke fast break is fouled.
He'll go to the line and get free throws as well. Smeezing doing a nice job pushing the tempo. And Smeezing, if you watch any football games for the Minster Wildcats, a tough guy to tackle when he gets the ball, and this time basically running down the field and found Kanapke.
Senior co-captain Kanapke misses his first foul shot of the season.
I was going to not bring it up.
He is now 10 of 11.
And you knew that stat right off the top of your head. I didn't have to tell you.
Yeah, actually the last game against Jackson Center, Smeezing was 8 of 8 on the season. He broke his streak as well. And rolls the second one off, and Frericks almost got a rebound, but
they will give him the rebound and a foul then on the Rangers. So tough. Both Kanapke's free throws do everything but go in.
And both with Smeezing and Kanapke, both of them haven't shot a free throw in about 7 or 8 games. So, of course, you should practice free throws. And
that's always different, though, than Friday nights or Saturday nights. But, boy, when you got a guy like Frericks who's got to be double figures rebounds by now, and he battles and keeps the possession alive and continues to do well from the line. Now he is now 3 of 5.
6'6" junior having a nice night. Gets the friendly roll.
Huge second half for the 6'6" junior. And New Knoxville's not had a real good answer to stop him basically rebounding the basketball.
3 by Tinnerman. Hypering comes up with it. Kettner is going to have a breakaway.
For Frericks, it's not like the offense for Minster has really worked it into him so much. It's been his ability to rebound where he's gotten his opportunities.
There's a block by Frericks on the shot by Bartholomew. The Wildcats are going to go to their 11th win of the season, now 4-3 in the MAC. As we'll have the foul there as Kanapke will go to the line to shoot 2 here.
A chance to kind of get back that good stroke that he had for his first 10 attempts earlier in the season. Missed his last 2.
Minster plays St. Mary's tomorrow night, a unique setup. They actually have the boys and girls both playing St. Mary's. JV teams the boys will play in the old high school gym. The girls JV will play in the varsity gym around 4:30. The girls varsity will play at 6 o'clock, and then the boys varsity finishes after that. So I think it's a nice setup.
So the JV boys play where?
In the old high school gym.
Okay, and then the JV girls play
in the current elementary gym as Kanapke starts a new streak as he makes 2.
His 4th point of the game, and then obviously like a JV game with the girls varsity, and then
the girls varsity game followed by the boys varsity game. A nice shot there by Loggeman. So a neat setup, you know.
Unless you've got a daughter or son on those teams, you can't be in 2 places at once,
well,
right?
But I'm curious how the crowds will be there tomorrow night as a shot off the glass by Smeezing. He's had a good game as well.
Yeah, he has. 8 points in the first half, 5 in the second half for a total of 13.
Loggeman, long three. Whipker with the rebound. Be close to dribbling this out. Rangers are going to fall to 6 and 11. It breaks their 2-game
6 and 12,
6
right?
and 12, yeah. Breaks their 2-game winning streak. Have a lot of home games coming up.
Yeah, the next one I said Monday, a makeup game against St. John's and the Marion Local Flyers, a very good team in the MAC. And then Crestview Knights Saturdays, the next 3 games, all at home.
And that 17th is when they honor the 2008 state championship team on their 10th anniversary. Rangers battle, but the Wildcats are too much. Your final on the First National Bank scoreboard, the Wildcats 58, the Rangers 36. We'll be back to wrap it up here on NKTelco Sports.
Brand presence is everything. Is it time to create a video that promotes your business? NKTelco has the solution with NKT Productions. NKT Productions can create a national caliber commercial or video specifically to your business needs and demographics. Utilize NKTelco ad insertion and your video is made available to 6,000 plus subscribers in 8 local communities on 23 major networks. Take advantage of the overwhelming traffic that video gets. Visit nktelco.net for more information.
Here's the thing. If you're the kind of guy who eats, sleeps, and breathes farming, who gets up at dawn, determined to get the best crop and the best yield, why surrender to the mercy of the water table? Cy Schwiederman Incorporated can lower your water table to an average of 2 to 3 feet below the surface, allowing you to grow stronger, healthier plants that root deeper, that are more resilient to the elements, that enable longer growing seasons, and can produce higher results in the fields and in your pocket. Trust CSI, your drainage experts since 1946.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
The Minster Wildcats defeat the New Knoxville Rangers. Final score on our First National Bank scoreboard, 58-36. With the final numbers, Mr. Jeff Enchen.
Thank you, Dave. The Wildcats take care of business here on the road. They do so after a kind of a slow start. Their offense really picked up, and they finished the game shooting a total of, from the field, 20 of 47 from 2-point range. New Knoxville, 12 of 40. 3-point shooting. Neither team shot it very well. The Wildcats 5 of 22. New Knoxville 4 of 18. Free throws about even somewhat. Minster 11 of 17. New Knoxville a little bit better percentage, but less attempts, 8 of 12. Rebounding margin went in favor of the Wildcats, 30-28, but it seemed like they dominated the rebounding margin with the offensive putbacks where they got 11 points and second chance opportunities. Give New Knoxville credit. They turned some of their rebounds into 9 points as well, so almost a wash there offensively with the offensive rebounds. But turnovers also, both teams very nice job taking care of the basketball, I should say. Minster with 5 turnovers and New Knoxville with just 6. So, I'm sorry, not 6. That's my fault. They had 12 turnovers. That's my fault. Production staff, I told you 6, but New Knoxville, the extra turnovers, the too many turnovers there, a total of 12, took away some possessions. And Minster's offense, I mentioned, after a slow start in the first quarter, a 6-3 New Knoxville lead forever, went on a 10 or 12-0 run, and from that point on was all Wildcats, and got a lot of contribution out of the normal guys, and even some extra credit, if you will, some bench players, or some players that don't normally score that much in Lemkol and Frericks. So, leading scorers in the game for Minster, 3 players in double figures. Isaac Smeezing leads all scorers with 15, 14 from Cody Frericks, 11 from Alex Lemkol, 9 from Mike Kettner, 4 from Adam Kanapke, 3 from Jack Heitbrink, 2 from Jared Hilsman, their total of 58. For New Knoxville, 2 players get double figures. They are seniors Nathan Tinnerman and Jonah Loggeman. Also scoring for New Knoxville, 6 from Sammy Hansball, 5 from Andrew Poppy, 3 from Ben Lammers, and 2 from Jared Osborne. Their total of 36. So
the Wildcats will go to 11-6 on this season. 4-3 in the MSU, or New Knoxville will go to 6-12 on the season, 1-5 in the MAC. And we're talking about the MAC, an upset tonight. St. Henry knocks off Versailles 46-44.
Yeah, close game for Sales. Has had some overtime games. They lost to Vandalia Butler earlier in the week, a double overtime game. They lost to Fort Loramie in overtime. They beat Anna in the last-second shot, so they've been involved with some nail-biter games. At Versailles is a good team, and St. Henry has been good as well. I'm not sure if the Niekamp kid came back to play yet, but good matchup, good basketball there around the area.
Yeah, this will be an interesting tournament time, but right now let's talk about our players of the game, and it's probably the hardest we've had to do in a long time. We'll first start with Minster, a couple very worthy players. We're going to go with senior Alex Lemkol.
5'11" senior, did a nice job. He scored 11 points. He averages 3 on the season. We mentioned his name just broadcasting. He was hustling all over the place, on the floor a lot, drawing charges, going to the basket. Just a nice job both defensively, offensively for Alex Lemkol. Kind of a wild card factor that he stepped up tonight and maybe helped take away some of that offensive ability from Jared Schulte, who didn't play, and they get 11 points out of Lemkol off the bench.
Strong runner-up position there with
Yeah.
Cody Ferricks had 14 points. Both of those players had season highs for tonight. So when you have 2 players with season highs in a game is always good. Congratulations to Alex. And then for New Knoxville, we'll go with another senior, Nathan Tinnerman.
Nathan Tinnerman, the leading scorer, does finish with 10, hit 4 free throws in the fourth quarter, and to kind of help the Rangers hang in there a little bit. Had a rough night. The Wildcats really focused on him, and he couldn't get off to a good rhythm, but held his own, had some rebounds and stuff, and not enough offense for the Rangers in general, but Tinnerman able to get 10 points. Congratulations to him on the player of the game.
Both those players will receive NKTelco t-shirts. So that'll wrap it up from here. I'd like to thank our NKTelco sports crew, Scott Robinson, Bryce Hamrick, Patrick in the van. On camera, Patrick Toller, Luke Schruderman, and Ian Bolheimer. For my partner, Jeff Henshin, I'm Dave Kanapke. Thanks for watching on NKTelco Sports.